G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 13 of my Aether Spellbinder 3 Ways playthrough. Last episode we did the bulk of Act 1. You can see we've been up here, we dealt with Krieg. All that's left is helping Barnabas with the water pump, for which I'm going to need some scrap. So let's go get some scrap. I'll also get another 6 for the bridge. We'll go ahead and repair that as well. And then we're into Act 2, which I'm looking forward to because Act 2 is where I get a few MIs to upgrade. So the helmet that I was using, looks like I melted it to get my prismatic diamond back. But the Ascended, or the Aether-based Cronley's gang stuff, both shoulders and helmet are going to come from Act 2. And I'm just generally looking forward to getting some more gear upgrades. So, let's get underway here. In terms of the build, I've pretty much just been putting points into Devastation for now. I do also want to max out Proliferation. And then I want Ill Omen, I want to get Mark of Torment. There's a lot of stuff I want, and I just don't have enough skill points. For Devotions, I think all we have left is the Aeon's Hourglass constellation. So that's going to be really useful for resetting things like the cooldown on Mirror, cooldown on Mark of Torment. Really good things to be able to use back to back to back to back, so that'll be useful. As far as the character feels, I've done Act 1 of Ultimate, and so far at least it seems to be holding up. The damage is certainly not mind-meltingly good, but it's not horrible. I've definitely played characters with worse damage. Actually, a lot of them too, now that I'm thinking about it. But it seems to be doing okay. Let's have a bit of a scare here, shall we? Alright, we'll pick all this up, make sure I eat that so I don't get it as my next drop. And I am, like I said, on the lookout for new items for actually most slots in the character. There you go, you guys just play catch with the Devastation while I keep walking. Okay, did hit 64, which is nice. I've got gear upgrades waiting for me at 68 and also at 70, so getting those will be very nice. 2 more points in Devastation. I think I'm going to max this out. The Aether damage on this is kind of silly, which I like silly damage when it's coming from me and not pointed at me. So that's nice. We'll get some more of that. No Totem, unfortunately. I would like to do the Totem. But hey, you can't win them all. Alright, we got a boss to fight here, so this will be interesting. See how the damage holds up. It's definitely better on smaller targets, for sure. But it kind of works for big targets, but it's not amazing. I'm going to go ahead and use the mirror when she does her Sunder. Still going to get sundered, it's just going to reflect all that enhanced damage straight back to her, though. Actually, it doesn't reflect damage, does it? You just retaliate with lightning. Yeah, 100% absorption, but not reflected. Okay, so Mark of Torment will do the reflecting later. More importantly, though, Devotion Shrine. Rotmender's Ring, well, we're not playing a poison build, so it's kind of a case of who cares. We do, however, get some trap, slow, and reflected damage reduction, so that's pretty good. Stun resist is still a little low for what I would prefer. But these resistances are kind of okay. Sleep really isn't a thing anymore, so maybe they'll do something with that in Fangs of Astrakhan, but not really a problem. The rest of these are kind of okay, so we are good to go. Veloth is dead. Devotion Shrine collected. There's 2 more things I want to do in Act 1 before we get started on Act 2. First one is turning this in, which is XP. And then the second one is actually, well, actually it's 3, because I just saw bourbon there. We need to go and eat our conversation pie. But we have a date with a bridge over here. There is another Devotion Shrine in a secret hidden island, to get to which you have to go through a secret hidden underground tunnel. which is also kind of hidden underneath a bridge that doesn't really look like you can walk under it, but turns out you can. So, let's go get that, because nearly done with devotion shrines, and the ones at the start of Ultimate are kind of cheap, whereas the later ones, you're going to get to them and they're going to be asking for more advanced crafted components, shall we say. And I would rather just not, if that makes sense. I would rather just do the cheap ones. Let's get out of whatever goop is over there. Alright, and everything goes down. Hopefully not standing in anything. Alright, we got a purple drop. What do we get? Cinder Scorn, which, no. Perdition, because it's everywhere when you don't want it. Tome of the Arcane Wastes. +1 to all skills is actually amazing for most builds. We don't have a lot in Necromancer at the moment, though, so... I mean, need another level as well. Obliteration, that's all elemental. I am tempted by this. So we will lose +3 to Panetti's, +3 to Proliferation, which is that one. And we'll lose some crit damage and less skill energy cost. It's honestly probably not a good swap. But +1 to all skills just everywhere forever is really, really strong. Downside, of course, being it's only 3 skill points for Necromancer, and it would be a lot for Arcanist. But any offhand with +1 to Arcanist would be almost as good. I think we'll keep the current one, but that book is incredibly tempting. So we ran through this building and down this little bit here, and we have found a hidden cave. Whatever could be on the other side. I'm sure by this point you've watched the normal run-through, and I'm pretty sure I ran through here on normal, so no one's going to be really all that surprised by this. But it is going to be a little bit of fun. It's one of the things I really love about leveling either Vitality or Aether-based Necros is Spectral Binding. Things hit you and then they just kind of die. Spectral Binding hits really, really hard while you're leveling. At max level, especially once you start getting into Shattered Realms, it's not quite so useful, but it's just great fun while you're leveling. If you can get it to 22 out of 12 as well, man, it hits like a truck. Everything that hits you just gets snapped back, and it's so good. Like I said, though, it definitely falls off later. Alright, so on this island we have a bunch of actual fast, scary zombies to deal with. We have Banezal, the Hellborn, as well. And Darlax. That's actually a decent chunk of scary guys. So there is an Exalted chest on this island every single time you come here. There's also up to 2, so you could get... Honored with Death's Vigil. You could get 2 treasure troves on this island as well. Generally speaking, you'll get 0 or 1. But there is, I think it's something like 18% chance to get 2. They're not over here, but I'm just killing stuff because XP and because it's fun. So how many treasure chests did I get? How many treasure troves? Treasure chests. How many did I get? It's looking like at least not 2. So I think one of them spawns just here. So that's unfortunate. What else did we get? Did I get 1 at all? I don't think so. I think I may have actually completely lucked out and just got 0. Okay, we've got a Corruptor here, so he's probably going to be putting Aether under my feet. Or he's just going to die. That's also possible. One-handed Scepter, Vitality damage, bonuses for stuff I'm not using, so no. And yeah, it does look like I'm getting 0 treasure troves. I'm pretty sure there might be one here, but there's definitely in this area is where you get one. Let's grab that devotion point, because I'm pretty sure I ran straight past it. Computer says no. But yeah, as you can see, all these ones here have They just cost an Aether shard, which is really nice. That chest piece. That's a definite no, actually. The Spirit Ward effect on it is pretty good. Other than that, though, I mean, Fire to Vitality, don't really care. Investments of Severed Faith. Pretty good Chaos chest. No, I don't think so. I think we'll stick with the Clairvoyance robe when I can eventually use it. Should be okay. Right, so that's the end of Act 1, actually. But I need to duck back to Veteran here. Because while we were killing all those ethereals, we've successfully hit Honored with the Order of Death's Vigil, and that means we now have access to, well, one, the writ for them, so we can get our reputation faster, but also we have access to their Honored blueprints, which includes Death's Wasteguard, which is a straight upgrade of 15 levels on the one we have at the moment. So let's go craft a couple. And we'll just kind of see what they look like. Let's get rid of all this stuff too. I was sorely tempted by that book, but I think the bonuses to our main skill are more useful. What do we got for potions? I'll take that. I'll take the scrap as well. I'm about to need a whole bunch of it. Okay, so level 50 belts. Now, we're already 64, so this is kind of not great already. But, where are we? Death's Wasteguard. We need Blessed Steel, which needs Imbued Silver. So, we're looking at a lot of Aether Crystals for each one of these. Blessed Steel, 1, 2, 3. And then if we go to Death's Wasteguard, alright, 1. What do we got? Of Supremacy. Well, we're not doing a Force Wave Battle Mage, so no. Number 2. Of Corrosion? Well, that's also a no. And the third one, of Soul Warding. Okay. Soul Warding is pretty good, so that's going to be the Aether resistance there. The extra damage is pretty good too. I'm going to say this is an upgrade. We're not using Bone Harvest, at least not yet, and probably not at all. But plus 2 to that if we want it, maybe. I think the upside here is the higher level proc there. Now, what did I just lose? Because I lost percent health, rune carved there. So all that percent elemental stuff, I don't really care about that so much. The elemental resistances I lost, bleeding resistances I lost. I don't care about the bleeding. The elemental looks like I'll be 3% uncapped, or I'll be at 80% for all three. So not amazing, but it's okay. Eventually I'll probably want to get one of the belts from in Port Valbury. But for now, this'll do. Let's bounce back to Ultimate. Probably should have checked if there was any other writs I could have got, or merits, or whatever they're called. But didn't do it, so let's do it now. Coven. We could go and get the Coven one. Yeah, that's it. I am going to go get the Coven. Apologies for the bouncing around between difficulties, but you really are silly not to do this, so I'm going to do this. Alright, off to the Coven. I'll just buy this, and then we'll be back to Ultimate. And we'll push on with Act 2. Right, Honored. Give me that. What do you got? We do have a level 90 Arcanist belt, which is not useful yet. Got any Aether damage? Rings and amulets. I think I'm using resistance. Yeah, Gazer Eye I could upgrade. 10% Aether res. Don't really care for. I mean, it's slightly more Aether damage. I don't think I care enough to buy that one. Let's just head back to Ultimate. Alright. Ultimate Act 2. Vendor. I'll buy the scrap. I shouldn't be buying scrap, actually. I can just dynamite some existing purple items that I get, which will be fine. How's our Pierce resist? All resistances are capped except for Chaos, so I have to be careful about Chaos damage, but otherwise we are fine. If I can get a good helmet or shoulders from Cronley's idiots, then I should be able to cap that pretty easily. I think the Ascended shoulders are Chaos resist as a base, so they could be good. Free dynamite, lovely. Alright, and go ahead and kill Shanks here and all of his friends. Not really expecting too much of a fight, and yeah, he goes down pretty easily. These little skeletons following us around, they're going to be shredding resistances as well, which is pretty nice. Hey, some ice gloves and a relic that I'm not going to use. See that? That was Spectral Binding. He hit me, and I hit him back without even targeting him. Alright, Stephen Skinner will save his family from the burning building by stopping him from setting it on fire. And I'll pick that up on the way past. Ooh, hello. Didn't see you there. You should have stayed in the tent. Okay, how many devotion points do I have? I have 52. Let's just kill off these rock guys before they do that. So, not before they do that. Ow. That's why I say that those rocks are very dangerous. That took me below half health. Triggered the turtle, triggered everything. Prismatic Rage is going there. Yeah, ouch. So that's why I'm always so scared of those big golem things. It's because they have the potential to just one-shot you out of, well, two-shot you out of nowhere. Let's pick up this quest here. Desire Redden is definitely someone you want in your homestead camp because of the resistance potions. Although having said that, that is going to be becoming a little less strong with the next patch, but still plenty good. Alright, Devotion Shrine. And honestly, I kind of don't care about the Exalted stash that's in here. I might run up and hit it, but I don't think I'm going to kill Barros Radlith. I don't want his MI, and he's just a massive pile of hit points. So, probably not. Okay, we'll turn the loot off so I can see what's going on, kind of. Get out of whatever that is on the floor. And everybody should be... Nope, they keep coming. There we go, everybody's dead. What do we get? Crown of Command. Pet stuff. Ravager's Barb. No. Silk Touch Hand Wraps. No. And, yeah, a whole bunch of Spectral MIs, which... Yeah, no. No, thank you. But I do like bits, so I'll take them. Right, we have 2 devotion points now, because I didn't spend the previous one. We are getting Vitality and Aether Resistance and Maximum Vitality Res, which is kind of nice. And we're getting some defensive ability and chance to avoid pretty much every type of attack. 1 more point remaining, we'll get Time Dilation there, and then I have 1 extra point. Now, I was kind of thinking about taking maybe the Solemn Watcher and dropping Sailor's Guide, but if you guys have any suggestions here, I'd love to hear them. I could drop this as long as I take a 3 blue constellation. So that would be 5 points there, 4 points off of here, and we'll have 1 point left over, so that swap is doable. But let me know if you have any ideas. The Grim Tools for the character at the end of this episode will be in the description, and it should have all 55 of the skill points spent, or at least 54 of them. So have a play with it, tell me what you think. Best submission gets called out in the next episode, I guess. Or I'll just chuck it into whatever first point of a devotion seems good. Alright, here's Barros Radlith, and we don't care. Arcane Storm Evoker, Wormscale Foot Guards are pretty good. But, yeah, kind of just don't care. He's got too much health. That's honestly my complaint for him. Just too much health. Apparently I'm killing him anyway. He's half dead now, we may as well finish the job. I think I just wasted most of that devastation. That's fine. A few more bits of loot. Nothing here I'm going to use. Alright, and we'll jump out the back door since we're kind of here already anyway. Alright. Done. Next up, we have... Oh, should I go for that totem? I think I will. I do love me some totems. So this one's going to be an undead totem. Surprise, in an undead area. Who could have foreseen it? Not really expecting any great challenge here, but, you know, it could happen. Okay, Devastation's on the go. Also, I've been looking at some of the builds that I'm planning on doing at the end of this, and there's a lot, actually, for Spellbinders. You can do melee, you can do Devastation-focused builds, you can do Kinetti's, obviously, you can do Albrecht's Aether Ray. There's another piece of the Perdition set, because like I said, when you don't want it, it's everywhere. But yeah, all of that to say, basically, I'm going to be leveling another Spellbinder in the background. So we'll have a couple of different builds at the end when I pull my finger out and actually get around to making them. The Empowered Aether Woe. Now, I can add that flat Aether damage, or some of it at least. 20% damage to Aether Corruptions and Ethereals is pretty good. Inner Focus is nice. Nullification's alright. I think I'm gonna keep my current weapon. That one doesn't look particularly appetizing. But yeah, Spellbinder just has so many cool builds that I want to try, so I'm just gonna level a second one, and then I can have two builds at the end of it. Or, you know, more likely I'll just repurpose this one and forget about the second one. But it's in progress, so we'll see what ends up happening. But there's a bunch of really cool builds for Spellbinder, and I want to do a couple of them at least. We'll see what happens with the 1.2.0.1 changes, or 1.2.1.0. It may turn out that I don't end up doing a lot with it because of changes in that, but plan is to have a couple different builds for it, because it is actually really cool for Aether damage. I'm a big fan. Alright, 2 more points for Devastation. Chuck another point in Physique there. Just for that one guy who said he was getting PTSD from watching me not spend my attribute points. There you go, I spent them all for you. Aether Crystals just over here, and you know I love my Aether Crystals, so let's go get them. Only the 2, really? Been robbed. Alright, well, it is what it is. Isaiah Redden here. We are definitely taking the top option here, so as he will end up in Homestead, willing to sell us potions. Definitely don't want to kill him for that ring, which is... The ring is kind of useful, but it's not something you're going to use long time, whereas having someone who will sell you very, very cheap potions is very useful. Alright, now I've already got the dynamite, so I don't have to go into this cave. Do I need to go into this cave for anything? I think the answer is no, so I'm just going to go and dynamite the wall. We'll go visit the Elder and pick up the relic, which I'm going to turn in. I want the reputation more than I want the relic. I'm happy, for the moment at least, with Haunt. I'll probably end up changing it for Agravix's Malice, but that's a little ways down the line, and I don't have the blueprint for it yet. This totem has killed me a couple times. I'm a little bit scared. Maybe scared's not the right word. Maybe apprehensive could be a good word. There you go. Word for the day. Apprehensive. Yeah, let's do it. Oh no, it's even the same guy. This guy right here. No, it wasn't him. Necrolask. It was the right guy, but I was pointing at the wrong one. Yeah, I have definitely died to this actual spawn on this totem. Looks like I'm okay. Let's get out of the goop. Kill off the stragglers. Alright, we got a purple drop. What do we get? Corvin Worm. Yeah, great if you're doing a different build. Okay, Anchorite's Headguard. This is quite good. Can I wear it without destroying my character? Let's actually go through and eat all this stuff that I should have eaten a long time ago. Right, resistances. No, I cannot wear that. Okay. So I actually need to get a Stonehide item to replace that helmet. Lovely. If I could get a Stonehide Aether helmet, that'd be alright. Arcane Balance is the wrong one. Investment of the Kings could be good, but probably isn't. And I think I'm full. I'm definitely full. Have I got any spare space? Got some. Can we Jenga this a little bit? Okay. Okay. That's looking good. There we go. Got that. Let's go unjenga the inventory. I don't think I was planning on keeping anything. However, let's blow some stuff up here. Now I've got 39 dynamite. So everything that's purple gets blown up. Everything that's blue gets blown up. Blue, bye, purple, goodbye. What else we got? You're blue, goodbye. Perdition, yep, don't need you anymore. Random gun, goodbye. Tempted to blow these up, but I think I'm going to keep them for now. Okay, worm scale for guards. Are these better than the ones I'm wearing? No, they are not. Goodbye. Alright, I think that's probably enough explosive.
Come see what's left of my wares.
And we'll just sell all this. Actually, what are those gloves? No good is what those gloves are. Doombolt, no. No. That's definitely a no. Okay, gloves. That's a lot of stats, but otherwise not very good. Alright. Go bank all this. I guess we can talk to Captain John Whiskey here.
Good, you're back. One of you, that's the warden's defeat is a great.
And I will speak to him.
You must be the cop.
Yep, uh-huh. Awesome, great, love it. I'll get right on it. Okay. And we've had our conversation pie. We've also got Stephen Skinner over there, just itching to come and bother us for some conversation. So I guess we'll go and talk to him. He does have a ring. I mean, there is that. Am I going to use this ring? No, I'm not. Does have a decent chunk of health on it. And if you're playing a physical build, maybe. If you're not playing a physical build, though, thanks for the bits. Alright, I think I just clicked on something that was not my rift, so let's see where we go. Nope. Translated okay. We ended up going to my rift. Let's blow this up, and we'll head on through. Now these guys should follow me and immediately explode in that meteor shower. Yep, you can see the XP bar went yellow for a second there. We definitely killed a few of them. Alright, do I need to go into the Beehive? I can't remember if I have a sufficient amount of royal jelly, so I might just go in there anyway. Another 2 points in there, and we'll start putting some more into spirit. I think almost 200 hit points per level is kind of enough. I want to get some more damage, so more spirit, good stuff. Let's head on in. We'll kill the queen and any other heroes I can find in here, and there's usually some rocks to kick over and stuff like that as well. There we go. Wasp nest. Thought this whole thing was a wasp nest, but apparently not. Y'all got any more of them hero types over here? Knock knock. Anybody home? It's not looking... Ooh, hello. Corrupted. Okay, we got Corrupted, we got Void Touched. Void Touched has got to go immediately. Corrupted's got to go pretty quick too. I don't know this for sure, but I think those little Aether circles on the ground, I think they're doing % health damage, because they just hit way too hard. I mean, I have capped Aether resistance, and it just seems like it doesn't even matter. Alright, 2 Royal Jellies, Runner Praxis Sting of the Grove. First time, because of course I don't want it for this character. This game, I swear. Alright, we're done with the hive. How many jellies have I got? I've got 3. 3 is enough. That'll get the quest done for the rovers, and we'll be on our way. Oh, that sounded like something happened. I'm not sure what it was, but something just happened. Okay, we've got a shrine up here now. I might have to go and craft a... Is it Vengeful Spirit for this one? It's a Vengeful Wraith. So I'm going to have to go craft one of those. I'm tempted to craft 3, but I'm also worried that I may not have enough to craft even 1. I might be short on Aether Crystals. Let's just have a look here. Vengeful Wraith. Yep. Alright. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go back here and get the next rift. Then I'm going to go and do Warden's Laboratory for some Aether Crystals. Then we're going to come back here. Because I know that if I go into the Warden's Laboratory to get some Aether Crystals, I am going to end up clearing that rift and we'll have to do this massive run again. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to go from here to the Warden's Laboratory. And then we just do a quick run backwards here. I'm just here for the Aether Crystals. If other stuff dies, cool. Doesn't really matter. Seems like it does more damage at closer ranges. Don't think that's true, but it seems like it. There we go, a couple more Aether Crystals. So we've unlocked this now. This is where I get my crystals from now on. Also XP. Couple more to go. I think there's like 6 more maybe, something like that. Okay, last one here. Alright. Now, I don't really want to clear my rift, so I'm actually going to run all the way back. And we'll kill off some of these idiots, because, hey, it's free reputation with the Ethereals, and maybe I want Valdoran's pants or his shoulders. I definitely want the shoulders for the look, if nothing else. Don't think I'll actually end up using them. Probably won't end up using them, just trying to remember what bonuses they have. We'll see, we'll see. So, Vengeful Wraith, Vengeful Spirit, Vengeful... I forget what they're called exactly. I'm tempted to put them on my rings, if I can make a couple of them. 36 offensive ability is pretty good. These ones here are just giving 32 defensive. I guess I probably need that more. Yeah, we'll just make one. That's fine. We're not really doing a cold damage build, so we'll skip them. We'll just leave the, what was it, the elemental papers. What are they called? Mark of Illusions. Alright. Arcane Blaze offhand. Lovely. It's the wrong type, but I would love to get this on the right base item. We now have Time Dilation. And this has to go on a skill. So if I put this on Devastation, anytime I use Devastation, it should reduce the cooldown of all active skills by 6 seconds. Now, 100%? 20%. Is it actually 20% once we're on here? Yeah, it is. 20% chance on attack. So that's probably going to be for each kind of meteor. And then the recast is decently long. I'm just going to play with it, see how it feels, and maybe move it around. We'll see what happens. The only real cooldown I have that I'm worried about resetting is Devastation, so...
Keep your weapon.
Oops, I should have clicked on we have a deal. Should have clicked on we have a deal. Okay, I'll agree to kill the troll, and here's some royal jelly for you. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. Okay, troll man out here. Let's see how devastation goes. So we got 9, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, that hurt. 1, 16. This should still be on cooldown, so it shouldn't actually be able to trigger. Probably can now, but he's dead, so no. What are we looking at? So cooldown is 22. Devastation, 5-second duration, yeah. It should be able to trigger in the second use, assuming it triggers very early on in the first one. Which I guess is not a safe assumption. We'll see how it goes. Normally I have that in other builds that I've used it. I'll put it on something like Siphon Souls here. This has got a decently long recharge and yeah, usually goes off when you use it on that. I don't need to kill moneybags. Why am I here? This is so much damage that I don't need to be taking. You know what? We push the mirror and we run away. Probably didn't need to use the mirror there, but, you know, whatever. I'm going to. I do want my free dynamite, though, so I'm going to head down here. Get my free dynamite. There's also, if you open all these chests, and some of the scrap piles will have dynamite in them as well. That is a lot of MIs. Very unusual to see that many dropping. Unusual, but welcome. Hey, yourself. Alright, we kill all these off. So we've got to get the... I wanted to say dynamite stashes, but they're not. They're forges. We've got to get the forges. So we'll get 3 of those. We've got a few idiots here to kill. I'm actually going to go back to Devil's Crossing. I want to pick up a bounty. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get it, but I will check. I want Igor the Brawler, or what's the other one called? The Aether dude. Take a look at the bounty. Cult of Chthon, next bounty. The Slith, next bounty. Next bounty, Ethereals. Kasparov, Pre-Dawn Relics, no, next bounty. Nicholas Balthazar, next bounty. Okay, I don't get it this time. That's fine. I will find it, probably between episodes. There's a bounty for Igor the Brawler. There's also another bounty for something like Aether Blaze or something like that. Aether someone or other. He's good to get as well, because he will give you extra drops for the Ethereal Helmet. Or Shoulders, I can't remember. I think it's Shoulders he drops. And then the Helmets is only from the yellow name monsters, I think. Alright, there we go, 2 out of 3. I should be using Devastation a little more often. By that I mean pretty much at all. So yeah, if you get the Aether Blaze or whatever his name is, if you get him, he'll be just over this bridge here. He can also be up here. So I was hoping I would get that one and then rift back to where I was and immediately be able to kill him. Turns out bridges are also hard, same as stairs. Okay, that definitely reduced the cooldown on Devastation. So with the cooldown reduced, there's no way the second one can also trigger it if I use a second Devastation. That's alright, more firepower. Okay, so that's 3 out of 3. Now we can go in and say hi to Cronley. Ooh, so excited there. Incendiary shoulder plates of Olswin's Wrath. Really good for example, a pistol purifier using fire pistols. Not so great for an Aether build, though. That's fine. We shall go in here. We have an appointment with Cronley. Go on, follow me over the bridge, I dare you. Okay, so I think I have one more devotion point available. Let me double check that. Yes, I need one more, so down there. Let's see if we get the trigger on... Yep, there it is. Time dilation triggered. And I'm not even going to use it, actually. Storm Shepherd again. Seen that belt, I think 3 or 4 times in the last day or two. Thing is everywhere. Not yet high enough level to see the mythical version, of course, but can't see that one being hugely rare either. Okay, we'll pick up the loot, kill a few ghosts, and don't forget the quest item over here. Whoops. I have to keep reminding myself I don't have Pneumatic Burst on this character, so I can't heal myself with button 4. I may end up getting this character killed at some point, but it is what it is. Okay, a whole bunch of these guys not interested. Here we go. Now we're talking. So Bloody Jack is not going to drop me what I want, but some of these other friends definitely can. Okay, and Moneybags. I've already killed Moneybags, so I don't need to worry about him. Alright, let's grab the loot. And be on our way. Now, if I had not the blueprint, the bounty for Igor. Igor lives in here. You can find him a couple different places. One of which is standing right next to Cronley. But one of them's down here as well. No Dureni, because I already murdered him to death, which is good, because I don't want to deal with him. I suspect I'm going to be farming this area a little bit at least for the Ascended Shoulders and Helmet. So I would like to not have to deal with him every time I come in here. Although it would be really good for getting Nemesis reputation with them, but again, I don't think I want any of their Nemesis items either. Okay, Stalwart of the Aether, pretty unlikely to be any good. I will of course have a look at it, but I don't think it's going to be very useful. These guys nicely clumped up, like a bunch of idiots. Okay, Caraprax. So we've got a Defender and a Regenerator close to each other, which you never want to see because they just don't die. Although, in this case, it turns out they did. What was that Arcane Blaze item I just saw? There it is. Exalted Plate Mail. So that's a chest piece with the Aether Missiles proc. Only level 55 though, and that's a ton of physique. Yeah, probably not. 65, I should be looking at some of the faction stuff. So, I may go have a quick look at some of that. Probably Mammoth Resistance and the Coven will have some pretty good Aether-based damage stuff. I think I'm standing in you can't cast your spells goop, which is never good. Okay, and done. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. What do we win? Nothing good. Lawkeeper's banned. Oh, that's a fire thing. I don't know why I was thinking that was Aether stuff. None of this, I think, is Aether. Arcane Blaze. Exalted Vestments. Okay, now we're talking. This could be a good chest piece. Resistance is a garbage. But that Aether Missile proc is pretty good. Oops. I'm gonna put that on there. I could swap... Could I swap these? Let's have a look. Yeah, no. That's not a good swap. I think I may end up having to wait for the Clairvoyance robe. Even then, though... Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I'm going to hang on to that. Try to, anyway. I'll probably end up selling it by accident, but... Yeah, it is what it is. Seem to be saying that a lot today. It's kind of up there with, yeah, I don't care. And looks like I'm not getting any Aether items, or any Ascended items beyond that one helmet. If I could aim this thing, it'd be a lot better. Okay, Cronley. How's my Aether resistance? We're actually capped. We're way over the cap, which is nice. Got anything I need to eat? Nope. Alright, let's just go kill him. Great thing about Cronley is his big scary shield just goes away with the press of a button. So I can just blow him up. He puts his shield up. I take it down. And we just go back to killing him. Now I am standing in like a million stacks of Aether garbage on the floor there, so I'm just going to evade away. I'm going to wait till I start getting low again. Well, I was going to say use the mirror, but then didn't trigger, so nearly died there. Impervious of the Gildum Arcanum. This is not a horrible ring. Impervious is Pierce Resistance. Gildum Arcanum I actually thought was Aether and Chaos. Yeah, I'm not using that. But hey, not horrible. Time Warped Walkers. Okay, these could be good. Spectral Wrath I like. Aether Resistance is good. Physical Resistance is really good. Aether and Chaos damage. Movement speed. These are pretty good. Where did they end up? Here they are. Time Warp when hit. That's really good. The Worm Scale on the Worm Scale full cards is also quite good though. And the 40% stun duration reduction is pretty neat too. That's actually quite a hard decision. Let's go ahead and take the components there. There's 67. Some lore notes to eat. I guess I never went back in normal to get this, since I actually could use those lore notes. In terms of skills, let's take you up to 16. One more level and this will be done. Then I think we start working on proliferation. And I think I want to get Spirit up to about maybe 30, maybe 40, and then we go back to physique there. Okay, let's poke our heads outside and grab the Rift Gate, because if you don't grab the Rift Gate, guess who gets to run through Cronley's lair again? Yep, it's this guy. And that's not to say that I'm going to run through Cronley's lair if you guys don't get the Rift, but, you know, if I don't get the Rift, then I have to run through it again. And if you don't get the Rift, then you have to run through it again. Okay, this is actually going to be the end of this episode, so we're having a little bit of a shorter one today. Unfortunately, I have some real life stuff to take care of. But we've made it to Twin Falls. And I'm just going to go back to town and sell everything. As I said below, or I said earlier rather, let me know if you've got any ideas what to do with this one skill point. I'm kind of half tempted to drop this and maybe look at getting something else. But the best idea I've come up with so far is to drop the Sailor's Guide and take Solemn Watcher instead. You could maybe argue for the Lotus, but that would be harder because of, well, affinities that are required. But let me know in the comments if you've got any ideas, and that'll be all for this episode. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.